Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida K. Story, and I am so excited that you're with me today. We are going to do a mystery reading today. If you can recall, earlier in my Storytelling Tarot journey, I did another mystery reading, and I've been meaning to do another one for a while now, but it's back. We're here. So if you remember, each of these cards has a question, so you will find out what your reading is about when you pick your pile. So make sure that you are grounded and centered and ready to go on this adventure with me. Now, if you're new here, like the video so that you can let me know that you're here. And if you've been with us for a while, hey boo, I'm so glad that you're back with us. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being in the family. And if you like, you can hit that join button down below to become a Storytelling Tarot channel member. I would love to have you a part of the fam. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this reading. As you know, we have 3 chapters for you to choose from. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. As I said, each chapter is going to have its own question and its own flavor, so choose carefully. And as I always say, if more than one chapter is calling to you, then maybe you have more than one message, and I encourage you to watch as many as you need. All right, my loves, let's get into these mystery readings. Hey, my chapter ones, welcome to your mystery reading. Let's see what your reading is going to be about today. So the first card is the question, and then this is like a theme. So your question is, how can I go higher? Climb. Okay. And you have moderation. Okay. So how can I go higher? And moderation. That's so interesting too, because like this moderation card, it reminds me a lot of the temperance card and temperance in the tarot. And temperance is a card of like not going to extremes. So right off the bat is not a message of not ascending, not going to new heights and reaching new goals, but it is about making sure that you are not exhausted and worn out and used up by the time you get there, right? So you have places to go. Chapter 1, Spirit is saying you need to know how, because perhaps you need to practice moderation. So let's get the tarot. Okay, so I'm going to answer this question. How can my chapter ones go higher? How can my chapter ones go higher? King of Pentacles, child. King of Wands. Oh, okay. Wow. I was going to ask where y'all are going. I feel like this is kind of what oh my gosh. The King of Cups. Whoa. Whoa. So when we said elevation, that was for real, legit. And the Fool. Wow. How can you go higher? How can you go higher? Whoa. The King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Fool. And it's so interesting because technically you have all 4 elements on the table. You have earth, fire, water, and I'm pretty sure that the Fool is air energy. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments and let me know. But I'm pretty sure that the Fool is air energy. So that means that you are evenly balanced. Wow. So the first thing, kings for me in the tarot, they represent execution. I want to say that it was my friend and partner Zolani who taught that the kings represent execution, excellence, if you will. They are the most excellent and the stewards of their suit. And so I really love that, because the King of Pentacles is speaking about you being one who is doing good with their money, grounded in material wealth and resources. You know how to turn a trick or two. You've been around, you have a lot of experience. and you just got to apply them now. The King of Wands speaks about your creativity, your flair, your style, your leadership ability, the way that you light up a room. The King of Cups speaks about your love and your connection to your intuition and spirit, the way that you connect with others from a genuine place. And the Fool speaks about your faith and the way that you are, I think it even speaks about your excitement about going to new heights. So it's important for you now to embody all of these kings. And also for you to go higher, you need to be in relationship with these type of people. The type of people who's going to get your money right, an advisor, financial advisor, a mentor, someone who's going to help you stoke the fire of your creativity, like the King of Wands. The King of Cups may be someone who's going to help you spiritually grow, right? So for you, you're going to need some mentorship. But the last thing here, the Fool, for you to go higher, you just have to jump and trust that the team that is here for you, that they have trained you, that you have prepared yourself enough to sprout wings and fly like the Fool. Wow. So I want to know, what does higher, like, where is this destination? That was going to be my first question. All these kings came out, but I want to know, this higher place, what does it look like in your life? Spirit, what's this higher place that my chapter ones are getting to? What's this higher place? The Empress. What's this higher place for my chapter ones? What's this higher place? Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay. It looks like security, abundance, creativity, thriving. Your business, you have the King and the Queen of Pentacles now on the table. So your business ventures, your career is moving to new heights. The Empress is here speaking about, so those of you who are creatives, the Empress with the King of Wands is speaking to us about this beauty in becoming, this beauty in art, style, finesse. Also with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, like, this higher place is a place where you are cared for, where you can be pampered and loved well, taking care of your body, taking care of your home. That's what this higher place will look like. Having an abundance of whatever you need, being able to reach out and touch someone who has access to the things that you need and will give you the keys. Also here with this Ace of Swords, it's interesting that at the end of each spread, you have newness. The Fool is starting a new path, and the Ace of Swords is you coming up with new ideas. It's your truth telling. Honestly, it feels like you're living in your truth, that you are deciding, this is what my life will look like. This is the life that I deserve, and I will walk in that power. So you're going to be talking different. You're going to be walking different, right? This Ace of Swords is a new attitude. Honestly, truly. You got to have a new attitude if you're going to be walking like this. You have a table full of royalty. The only thing that I feel like is required of you most is childlike faith, humility, because these kings, they want to teach you some things. Who are the kings in your life that are going to lead you where you're trying to go? So before I close, I want to pull one more card. But if this reading is resonating with you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says, I got a new attitude. And if this reading is extra good and you want to give me a little something, I would love if you could drop me a super thanks. I really appreciate your support of the channel. Okay, so I want to ask a final question, and it's simply this. Spirit, there's a lot of big, heavy energy here, and I see why moderation was important. How can my chapter ones live in moderation? What needs to be moderate behavior as they move in this huge, beautiful energy? Strength. Spirit is saying, okay, so how do you practice moderation? Having confidence. Remember I said that moving, like that the temperance card speaks about not going to extremes. What keeps you from going to extremes is like there is no fear that your gifts or your dreams are running away from you. The quiet confidence of strength will keep you from running to and fro, from running in circles, from wandering aimlessly, from doing way more than is necessary. And it will give you the courage to persevere if you were tempted to give up. Moderation comes from strength. It's confidence in believing in yourself, that you will find the mentors who will lead you to this next elevation, that you can embody the strength of every single one of these kings so that you can take this next direction that the fool is inviting you on, so that you can ultimately live in that new attitude and this new reality of the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, where you are loved, where you are cared for, where you are adored, because you deserve that. All right, my chapter ones, I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter twos. Welcome to your mystery reading. We're going to see what this reading is all about. So this is going to be your question, and this will be the theme or one of the themes of the reading. So your question is, do I accept myself without judgment? Breathe. And your theme is new beginnings. Okay, I love this. So I'm going to change this from a yes or no question to how. How do I accept myself without judgment? How do I accept myself without judgment? Okay. I'm actually very curious about this new beginnings. Should we ask about the new beginnings first? Okay, so I think I'm going to answer this first question and then we'll get to your new beginning, because there's a new beginning here, huh? That card didn't come out for no reason. Okay, Spirit, how can my chapter twos accept themselves without judgment? How can they accept themselves without judgment? Ace of Wands, the Lovers, ooh, Queen of Cups, one more, and the Star. Ashe. Ashe. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. First of all, chapter 2, I want you to know you have good ideas. I want you to know that you have good ideas. And it's important for you not to judge yourself based off of the way that others have judged you in the past. You have good ideas. You are smart. And you are a feeler. With this Queen of Cups, you're a feeler. You're someone who's very intuitive. And so you just know things. But I sense that there may be some situations that have happened in the past that cause you to start to believe these false narratives about yourself and about your gifts, but they're not true. You have good ideas. You are brilliant and creative. It's actually very courageous of you to show up in your fullness. And so reminding yourself that you are different, that you are set apart, is what will hopefully help you to accept yourself without judgment. You were never supposed to fit in. Let's talk about the Lovers, one of my favorite cards, because it is based off of the story of Adam and Eve and creation in the Bible. If you don't know the story, Adam and Eve are living in paradise. And God says you can have anything you want in this place except for any of the fruit on the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And so, as the story goes, there was a serpent who came in to tempt Eve. And what did the serpent tempt Eve with? Clarity. The serpent said, if you eat from this fruit, you will be like God. This serpent was trying to show Eve that she was divine and that she had forgotten her divinity, but if she would eat of this fruit, she would remember. God bless Eve for determining that her divinity was more important than complacency. So my chapter twos, this is your story. Your divinity is more important than your complacency, which is why it's important for you to speak up. It is also important for you to be around other people who will support your bold decisions that align with your divinity. Because Adam ate of the fruit too. Once Eve's eyes were opened and she said, "Hey, baby, you got to get a taste of this. I see myself now and I see you too." And Adam just went along to go along. But as soon as God came in there asking, "Did y'all eat the fruit?" Adam was like, "Yeah, the woman told me that." He got scared. But Eve stood on business. Eve was not afraid to fully dive in to her divinity. The star is a card of healing. It's a comeback. It's a comeback story. So accepting yourself without judgment is to recognize the fullness of your divinity, chapter 2. Your divinity is your power. It's your testimony. And people need to hear your ideas. People need to receive God through you. So your ideas, your love, your joy, your creativity, your work, your art is needed. And in doing this, in practicing sharing with people who will hear you and know you, my prayer is that you listening to this reading will help you begin to accept yourself. Because you're not wrong for being in your divine power. There's no need to judge that. So as the card says, breathe. Because just like Eve, history might try to change the story and say that Eve sinned against God. I like to say, no. Eve honored the God in her and chose divinity over self-division, dividing herself to be approved of by a God who was testing her the whole time. Eve chose herself. For that, she should be applauded. And if that's your story, chapter 2, I applaud you too. So, with that in mind, let's look at what your new beginnings are. Spirit, what are the new beginnings coming toward my chapter 2s? What are the new beginnings coming toward my chapter 2s? Page of Pentacles, okay. Nine of Swords. What's the new beginnings coming toward chapter 2? Strength. Oh, I love this. I love this. Because yes, you are going to live a whole new reality with this Page of Pentacles. Someone who explores, someone who's studying, someone who's paying attention, someone who's gathering information to move into this new reality. That's what Eve was doing. Eve was given the opportunity to know herself as a divine being and not just as the rib of Adam. And so Eve's like, yeah, I want this new experience. That's you as the Page of Pentacles. What opportunity are you going to enter into to satiate your curiosities? And it's okay if it makes you tremble a little bit, right? Nine of Swords talks about anxiety, overthinking it, staying up late at night, wondering. Sometimes part of the not judging yourself is not worrying about what people think. Because a lot of times the judgment is not ours anyway. It's what we think other people will think of us. The beauty here is that the Nine of Swords is followed by the Strength card. This is courage. It almost looks like it's like an ancestral presence here. When I look at all three cards together, it's like a young version of you. It's like, we can do this thing. We can move in this new direction. We can become who we want to become. And when present you today is concerned and unsure and uncertain and doubtful, future you is staring back to say, baby, I have lived. I have a story. Hello, star. I have a story. I have a testimony. I am healing and I am healed. And I need to remind present me, yester me, baby, we make it. Weeping only endures for a night. Joy, strength, and courage, oh, they come in the morning. So seize the opportunity. What new thing is coming into your life? Is it a new job, new school, new opportunity, new experiences? They're all here and present. Once you move past the fear, you will get to the strength. Some of y'all have a little stage fright, and that's okay. That's all right. So let's see. I'm going to pull one final card. But before I do, if this reading is resonating with you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says, "My divinity is mine." And if you want to give me a little something extra, then you can give me a super thanks. And I really appreciate you supporting me and my work. All right, so let's pull one final card. I just want to know, let's actually get a message from future you, since we talked about that a little bit. Future you. What's the message from the future, your future self, for this moment as you embark upon this new beginning? The Hermit. Future you is saying it's so important for you to trust yourself. It's so important to know that you are the star. The Hermit card has, normally there's like a lantern, but in this deck, there's no lantern, but there is a star still around the Hermit's neck. That is pointing to the star that's here. This is you, though. The secret is you are the star. You are the star. You are the gift. Your divinity is yours. Your art is yours. Your individuality is yours. Your power is yours. And the Hermit is saying sometimes you got to pull away from everybody else. Sometimes you got to let Adam go. Sometimes you got to let these other gods go. Sometimes you got to let them people go. Because when you let them go and you tap into who you are, you realize, I've been the best thing that ever happened to me this whole time. Somebody told me a story that I believed, but I get to write my own stories now. I know that's right, chapter 2. All right, my loves, I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey, chapter 3, welcome to your mystery reading. We're going to start by looking at the question. That's going to be the question for your reading. And then we're going to have a card that's for your theme. So your question is, what is mending? Heal. Ashe. And your theme is manifestation. Okay. It's already starting off really good. I like that. What is mending? What is mending? Okay. So let's ask the tarot. Spirit, can you tell me for my chapter 3s, what is mending? Whoa, okay. 8 of Pentacles, okay. What is mending? 9 of Pentacles, okay. What is mending? The Fool. Which one of these? This one. And the Emperor. Okay. Okay now. So you may be able to see a theme here, but this definitely feels like it's dealing with your job. Bottom of the deck, by the way, was the Ace of Swords. So yeah, what is mending? It feels like what's mending and what is being healed, what is being tended to, is your relationship to work and money. To work and money. And that is really important. That's been such a conversation that I've been having, even with close friends. Our relationships with money, and how for a long time, especially those of us who are Black and descendants of enslaved Africans in America, We descended from people who were exploited as chattel. We descended from people who were the capital. And so part of our work, those of us who are Black, is to untie and untangle our tether from being capital and from thinking that we're only as good as what we produce. And so this feels like, for a lot of people in this pile, this is about healing our money wounds, particularly because manifestation is here. Healing our money wounds. For many of you, it feels like it's about time for a clean break from your 9 to 5. So what are you creating? This 8 of Pentacles, what are you creating? Before we get to how it can be lucrative for you, what are you creating that's just for you? This is a time for you to focus on those things. That's the current, that's the now. Let that be a part of what helps you mend that relationship. Let there be a thing that you hold sacred that is not to be exchanged for money. That is something that you can hold dear. Create just to create. That's possible here. And also, there's obviously opportunities for you to make money in this life as well. 9 of Pentacles, that can often speak about entrepreneurs. And so it's important that if you have any type of relationship with money that feels painful, that you move through that, because there's something here in these cards that feels like you are not supposed to just make money, but you are supposed to have the type of relationship where money listens to you. Hello, Emperor. Where money responds to you. Where money responds to you. Where money respects you. And that might sound weird, but that's the energy of these cards. You need a new day. You need a new relationship to that thing, so that it does not become something that chains you up and crosses you up, but that you'll find yourself doing things that you love, and you'll find that you'll be paid, and paid well. Hello, 8 and 9 of Pentacles. Paid well. And money will no longer run the show. You will. You will run the show. Healing your money wounds. Healing your pockets. Healing your relationship to money, with your job, with your career choices. For some of you, you may be feeling like you made a wrong choice when it comes to career. That's what I'm feeling as well. It's never too late. As long as you have breath in your body, it's never too late. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of redoing your life, editing, doing it again, doing it again, doing it again. It is revision. Remember, I said that this year, 2024, at the time of this recording, it is the year of compassionate self-mastery. 8 of Pentacles is a card of mastery. And compassion simply means alleviating your suffering. So when you are being compassionate to yourself, you are saying, what are the ways I can take the pressure off myself when it comes to money? What overwhelms me about money? How am I overwhelming myself when it comes to making money? Now, we know we can't ignore the systems that be. We can't ignore that we're living under capitalism. And also, I believe we are supposed to be taken care of. We are supposed to be well resourced and supported. You have that on the table with the 8 of Pentacles, and you have an immediate payoff with the 9 of Pentacles, which leads you into a new day in your power with a system that works for you. It's you getting your house in order, right? That's the Emperor. Okay. So there's this question here about manifestation that I want to talk about, because I know when it comes to money and manifestation, it gets people in a tizzy. So I want to know, what then are you supposed to be manifesting? King of Cups. Ooh. 8 of Cups. What are my chapter threes manifesting as they work through these money things? Money things. Four of Cups. You have to remember and you have to like know that the divine has not forgotten about you. I don't care how it looks. You are not forgotten. I don't care how long it's been. You are not forgotten. The King of Cups has an open heart. The King of Cups is ready for whatever because they trust. You notice that all of the manifestations came up as cups cards. Spirit is acknowledging that maybe things dealing with money and business and work may have broken your spirit. But as you move through this healing, what happens is that the King of Cups is you, and is you showing up as someone who the things that used to knock you down don't anymore. This is pointing back to the Emperor. You're in a more grounded place. But even the choppy waters of emotions that sometimes go up and down and all around, they still can't rock you from the place of being sure that the divine is mindful of you. That as long as I continue to be open to my intuition, that I continue to be connected to my spirit and aligned to what belongs to me, I will be taken care of. And I love this, the Eight of Cups into the Four of Cups, because this is you moving moving away from what has been like very difficult for you emotionally, these ties. Because I feel like this healing is more than just money, right? But there are particular, I talked about tethers earlier, but like things that like keep you from, or at least they make you feel like they're keeping you from the life that you deserve. This Eight of Cups just feels like as you understand who you are, I'm going to walk away from this table because y'all not serving what I want. So I'm going to go find another table. You are manifesting the courage to take accountability for your own emotions, as J.T. Perry would say. These are glasses full of my fears and concerns and worries. And while they may be valid, they're not helping me get to where I'm trying to go. So I got to leave this table. I got to leave these cups behind. And what you do is you walk right into that Four of Cups, and that Four of Cups meets you at a place where you can receive unexpected surprises. So you are opening yourself up to new possibilities. Are you open? Do you see it? Because the divine wants to surprise you. As long as you hold on to your faith, I believe, I really do, that you be surprised at how the divine pours you out an overflowing cup of everything you've been praying for. Ashe. I'm going to pull one final card, but if this reading has been resonating with you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says, "What is for me can never miss me." And if you want to give me a little extra love, drop me a super thanks. I really appreciate your support of the channel and my work. All right, so let's pull this last final card. I just want to know what, for my chapter threes, what is the first step in manifesting this reality of emotional composure and maturity, taking accountability for oneself, walking away from what doesn't serve and walking right into unexpected blessings? What's the first step into that reality for my chapter threes? The Knight of Cups. You have to move another Cups card. The first step is dreaming out loud. Like, even as I say that, I feel like a tickle in my throat. But like, you have to communicate. I know this is not a swords card, but the Knight of Cups, you see how they're like tentatively holding this glass that we can presume or assume has water in it because they don't want to spill anything. It's like, I don't want to share anything. I don't want to miss a drop. Like, it's almost a little bit of like that scarcity wound that's there. Oh, I can't remember who coined the phrase scarcity wound. I think it was Pastor Danny, Unfit Christian, who I heard said it, and I say it, and I'm not sure who she was quoting, but it's almost like that same thing. Like, I have so much that I want to give, but I'm scared because what if somebody drops it? What if someone drops me? I have so much in this glass, but if I lose any, if I spill any, How do I know when my next pouring is coming? You have to release and let go. Share your heart, share your feelings. For some of you, maybe you need to go and sit with a coach, or sit with a therapist, or sit with a diviner, someone who's wise. Sit with a close friend, sit with a loved one, someone who you know can hold you, who will not belittle you, who will say, I understand why you feel that. I understand how you got there. And who will look you in your eye and say, but do you want to stay there? Or do you want to get up from this place? I can show you the way. The beautiful thing about this is that the Knight of Cups moves right into the King of Cups, someone who's a little wiser. So we already saw that this is in your future, chapter 3. The first step is saying, I'm going to share myself, my feelings. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to lay it out there so someone can show me how you go from very carefully holding that goblet on a horse so that nothing spills, tentatively and slowly, to being able to sit on the throne with choppy waters and not even worrying. Because I know that what I have in this glass can easily be refilled, because money and resources respond to me. They come when I call. I believe that I will always have enough. All right, my chapter 3s. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. We'll see you in the next video.